This entire scene is still one big mood from what happened from last episode. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight. Get me the hell out of here! I want to get out of this place. Condemn this hellhole. I never want to come back here again. Previously, we spent a long time, way too long, going after the Hylian Loach, and all we got for it was a very crappy picture. Furthermore, we lost a lot of rupees between that and the roll gold game from Hedda, so needless to say, I ain't going back there again. Today, we're gonna move forward and actually get our bus to Castletown at long last. And the only way to do that is from me changing my mind again. I said last episode I was not gonna go to Isa's boat rental shop. No, we're doing that after all. I forgot that there are a lot of grass here and in the fishing hole that we can chop up to get rupees. And that's exactly what I did. Also, you saw that I smashed up that little crate over here that always gets you arrows whenever you need some. So I've been grinding up on that in between my trips in and out the fishing hole to restore my bundle of arrows. So we're gonna use this as a way to get closer to Castletown, as well as get another prize from Isa. Hey, welcome! Thanks to you, we're back in business. Well, we can't offer much, but just make yourself at home. And of course, if you want a boat ride, just let me know. I'd be happy to rent you one. Not only that, she's kind of decorated her shop as well with these special jars. There's a reason for that. For a rental fee of 20 rupees, you get a boat and a guide. If you hop on a boat, you can ride all the way down to Lake Hylia. And feel free to blow up any of the targets posted around with your bomb arrows, alright? The targets look kind of like jars. Greens are worth 1 point and reds are worth 2. If the boat hits anything, you lose 1 point to get at least 25 for a special prize. And that's exactly why I grind up rupees off screen. So we're gonna rent a boat and take on this game. You all set? Have a good ride! And thank goodness I got gyro on my side for this, because I think I'll be using that. Find that a lot more useful than the motion controls the Wii version had. Well, let's wait and see how things play out. I've gotta make sure I don't hit too much stuff. So this goes down the same route as last time. Obviously the difference is you're gonna be finding jars that you can blow up. And it's possible to get perfect on this. I have done it before. I'll make sure I don't hit any walls though. That's my main concern. But other than that, I think we'll be fine. Besides, if I stack up enough points, I might be allowed to give up a few to save my score. I'm gonna hit a wall very soon. Gotta be careful. Good. Got that. Nice. It's kind of worried I'll be taking too long and I want to hit something. And this is gonna be the part where the boat controls might be a little awkward to you. Just be sure to go left and right repeatedly to keep yourself in the middle for the most part. That's what I try to do. Got that one. That one too. You want to use the current to your advantage in a way to curve your shots. That way, you'll be able to hit some jars by leaving your shot ahead of time a little bit. It's a bit strange to convey in words, but it's better if you'll be able to catch on to using that strat by actually playing the game itself. Trust me, once you get it down, you'll be able to lead your shots pretty efficiently. Lost a point there. I see a jar up ahead. I know it's gonna lose a point there too. And I lost another one there too. Can I get that in time? Come on. No. I kind of risk. I have to give up that one. Hopefully, that's not gonna cost me a point or my prize at the end. Otherwise, I have to try this once more. That jar might have helped out in replenishing my points a bit, though. Just go to the right to stay in the middle. Target more jars. I was expecting to get a perfect score here, admittedly, because I have had trouble with this in the past as well. But a kind of an awkward spot at the moment. Oh no, am I gonna fail? Wait. Ah, of course I failed by 1 point, of course! I bumped one too many times. Oh, great. Nice to know that the curse from last episode is still plaguing me a little bit. Oh, whoop-de friggin' do. I was off by 1 point. How typical. Is that gonna be it? I'm not gonna get right back up, right? Yeah, I know. Oh, good. I don't have to worry about traveling back up there manually. We'll see how the course is like. So I think I'll just skip my way to the very end and see how the final score turns out. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. 27. Which is exactly the same length as the Hylian Loach I got last episode. That number's just gonna curse me for a while. I know it's just gonna leave a bad impression in my mind for a small amount of time. Will the number 27. It ain't pretty. I only got bumped 3 times, so I was a lot more careful than last time. But that didn't hinder me enough from going below the threshold, thankfully. Congratulations! As the first customer to score at least 25 points, receive the giant bomb bags! Excellent! You can now hold twice as many bombs as before. The exact number they can hold depends on the kind of bomb. Come again anytime. Probably not. You might get rupees if you play that again from now on. But that's what I wanted in the end. Alright. But now this means I'm a bit low on cash on taking the ride of Fantastication all the way back to the top, so I'm gonna have to grind for rupees a little bit more. Actually, hold on. This might be a blessing in disguise, because this means that I can hunt down that gorge that's around this area, and I can siphon off rupees from that location. So I'll be able to kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. Fortunately, it's on the other side of the frickin' land, so it's gonna take a while for me to get over there. So we climb up this ladder. It's gonna be right close to the Howling statue over here. It should be. Yep, right there. I knew there was a place that we can find that should lead us to a little gorge. Let's toss it over there. Wait for it to blow up. Now we head inside. And here we go. Time for another mini dungeon of sorts. Good they got the ladder now too, ahead of time. Ah, this one. I remember this one. We'll definitely fill up our rupees a lot by going through this gorge. It's gonna be separated into multiple paths, so we're gonna have to spend a little bit of time in here, but it'll be rewarded will be rewarded handsomely by going through all the routes. It does split off on a few branches. But we'll definitely get a lot of stuff out of this. So we go over here. Okay, that's the way forward, I bet. And that's a dead end. Gets another chest. Ah, bobs. Yeah, we'll find a lot of bobs here too, because we're gonna blow up quite a few boulders in our time here. Very nice to have as well. Also, it goes without saying, but having the lantern here is gonna help out too. I see that chew over there. That reminds me that I have an empty bottle free. So I can take out this chew. This could be the first instance of finding a yellow chew. And these give you lantern oil. So, if we ever run out of fuel for our lantern, then we can find those and take those down to get some free oil for our lantern. I know I could just use bombs, but I prefer using bomb arrows. That's kind of how I've conditioned myself into blowing things up for the most part. Plus, it's a lot more fun using bomb arrows. I believe that the bomb arrows only rely on arrows, I think? It may rely on both as its ammo count. So you don't want to go too gung-happy with dispensing the bomb arrows too often. Like I said, it is fun, but only if you have a fair amount to use it in your supply. Oh joy! Another lantern. Not the one I have. This floating thing. Ah, these things just continue to haunt me wherever I go. Like, no matter what. I just see them pop up everywhere. Just so you know, these lanterns pop up either at nighttime in the overworld or dark places like this. I should probably put this away. There we go. And that's gonna give us 4 arrows. So I kinda forgot we could get arrows here too. Just have to leave that alone. I'm gonna come back here later for that. That's gonna be so annoying. Just having to go back to these locations just to take care of those lanterns. I would have saved this for later on. That big trekking through this gorge. But we're already low on funds as it is. And I could have realistically gone out of my way to just cut some more grass up to fill up my wallet once more. But we were already here, and we were already in a very sticky predicament. So I figured just why not? Let's just go through it while we still can. That's gonna be the way forward. And this will be another chest. Give me some more rupees. We're already up to 65. And that's still gonna increase with a lot more of these breakables in the way too. Take our lantern out. There are gonna be a few pits that you have to look out for as well, so you want to keep an eye out for those. Got 2 lanterns here. If I line those up, we'll spawn another chest, as well as that chew coming down, I guess. That's none of our concern. We already got our lantern oil, so I won't be scooping up that puddle of jelly. And that has a highly letter J, another stamp. I believe that replaced another rupee. It might have been a purple one, if I'm correct. I highly doubt you can find orange rupees in this gorge at all. Come to think of it, I believe there might be another stamp we'll have to look out for here, too. I know that's one of the more valuable prizes, well, quote-unquote valuable prizes that we can find here. I heard that. But you, I don't really mind taking care of that. So the dog over there. Well, since we have bombs now, there's an easier way to deal with the doggos. We don't have to wait for them to chop their tails, or go around the chop their tails like we saw. We can blow them up by throwing bombs into their mouths when they're inhaling to breathe out fire. I hear there's some enemies behind one of these rocks. That's where you are, more tech ties, I thought so. And behind them, they were guarding bomb legs. Alright, I don't think we actually came across this as a holdable item yet. In fact, the last time we saw these things was back in the Forest Temple. But yeah, they are a type of bomb that we can use. And we can purchase those back at Barnes' shop. That's gonna take us back outside, and we don't want to go there yet. There's a lot more to explore in this gorge. Here's one of the pits, so let's be careful of. I see that. That's another beam mouse over there. Wait for it. And fire! Perfect. Ah, Link the Marksman strikes again. Now we have a lot more of those. Blow up. Oh, no, not that. What if I did the Y? I want to put that Oh, because I was placing the bottle, that's why. That's why. Didn't mean to make that joke, but it kind of made itself. And sometimes, those are the best kind of jokes. More keys here, nothing too hard to handle. And inside this chest, our latest prize is more arrows. At least we'll keep our arrow count up consistently. And this might contain the next stamp that we were looking for. Nope, purple rupee. You know that's even better, because the stamps, as we already clarified, are pretty useless. I was collecting them for the sake of collecting them, and it's also because I've never got them before, since this is my first run through the HD4 of the game. Wonderful, another floating lantern. That's two of them I'll keep accounted for the future now. At least in this gorge. I should keep this out. One of these fire slugs plaguing this section of the gorge. Oh, gotta be careful. Oh, that's gonna be a little dangerous. Phew! Almost got myself get caught by those keys. I know they can't knock me back, they're not strong enough to do that, but still. I was a little worried nonetheless. Yeah, whatever, Mr. Floating Lantern. You just leave me alone. I said as I get smacked upside the butt by that floating a-hole. I swear, the day's gonna come where I can take care of these things, and when I do, it's gonna be so satisfying. Another purple rupee. Up, Tektite. And it's kind of funny too. Doesn't matter though, they're pretty weak. That's already stated. And more bomb legs. These can be useful, but I don't really go out of my way to get bomb legs that often. But whenever I do have them on hand, they can be quite handy. Think of them as the... hang on, more doggos here. I pulled it out a little too late. Come on, open up. Nope, I didn't want to throw it, I wanted to drop it. As I was saying, the bomblings can work like the bomb chews from games past. That's essentially what they're, I guess, copying after. Nope, don't throw it. I gotta remember that A is the drop button. that. Nope. Why'd you throw it, Lake? Maybe I just do this? I guess I can only drop it when I'm not locking on the enemies. That's gotta be the quirk. Blow these up. And they reveal. Okay, that has chew. Yellow chew. I will use this time to... Hang on, I gotta pull out my lantern too. I'll use that to fill up my lantern. It's running low anyways. And we'll refill this. And then we'll refill it. Chopping the chew up. There we go. And already, got ourselves another bottle of chew jelly in case we run out of fuel again. And some of you will see it's because they tucked these in here for whatever reason. Like anyone is gonna be using the slingshot at this point in the game now. I mean, we aren't gonna be finding we're already gonna be finding arrows in this game anyway, so in this game, not the game in general. Yeah, that's true too. But we find them in this gorge like we've already seen before. So it's not like it's gonna be any trouble in trying to find ammunition for a bow. In other news, there's our next step, the treasure chest step, one of the non-alphabetical ones. I believe we already come across another non-lettered one in the form of the cuckoo stamp that we found not too long ago. So now you know that there's not only letters that we can look out for, but there's also gonna be pictures. Well, careful, like. There we go. There's also gonna be picture stamps that we can find as well. Regardless, though, not numbers. Those don't exist. Letters, pictures, all stamps are useless because Beavers is unfortunately not with us anymore, which is truly a sad thing. I really wish they brought that back for the Switch. That would have been so much. That was dumb. That would have been so much fun to keep using. And our final chest here, apart from this other sticking lamp. Not my lamp, the one floating around us, of course. Oh my god, leave me alone! I have no business with you. I just want your prize. I'll leave you alone till another day. Because we get a piece of heart to top off all the things we found in this dungeon. And we only accumulated up to 190 rupees? I thought we found a lot more than that, but that's more than enough for us to use that cannon by fire to get back to Hyrule Field. And besides, we got that out of the way, cleared it up for the most part. Again, aside from those annoying lamps that we can't, or lanterns that we can't do anything about. Which, speaking of which, there's another one over there, near that pillar. Once again, they just continue to haunt me, because I can't do anything about them yet. But trust me, their day of reckoning will come, and when it does, it's gonna be oh so satisfying when we can't deal with them. Ah, sweet, sweet freedom at long last. The more distance I put myself between me and that hellish fishing hole, the better. Nice to see a Epona again too. It's been a while since we've seen you, girl. At least to me, it's felt like a really long time. Now with Epona by our side, we'll finally make tracks to Hyrule Castle Town for good. But I think we're gonna hold that off just a little bit longer. I know I keep saying we'll get to it. Trust me, we will. It's just that I remember there's another gorge that we opened up the entry point to some time ago that we can hit now. And I think I'm gonna do that before I forget about it. Besides, more money can't hurt, right? Wait, hang on. Hold on a second. Before we exit this area, I just remembered there should be another or a higher ledge we can find around here? Yeah, right there. Technically, we're not supposed to access that in any way right now, but thanks to our handy dandy Gale Boomerang, we can collect something that's related to another item we got in this area some time back. As soon as I do this past, try to be rude and interrupt me, that's what you get. Now, what I'm trying to do is looking to get whatever I'm looking for. Admittedly, it's not going to be easy because what we can look for is better to find at nighttime, but I think I just saw a glimpse of it. Yep, I did see it. That's a female butterfly. Like I said, we're not supposed to get that yet, but our boomerang, of course, would be the exception to the rule. So now we got the butterfly pair here, and now I'll make tracks to that gorge to take care of it really quickly. At least I hope we can take care of it fast. I don't know how long it could be. It's definitely not as long as the last one we just went through a couple minutes ago. But it should contain goodies inside it nonetheless. Oh, do I do that? That, and then... There we go. I know I have an addiction to using bomb rails, but can you blame me? They're so dang fun to use, and they're so good and powerful. Be a fool not to take advantage of those. Though I am keeping an eye on my count, though. I know I shouldn't use them too much. So the gorge entrance that we found in this vicinity. I know it's around here somewhere. We may have just wrapped around it. It's not up there. That leads up to the Zora area. If we swing around to the right over here. Yep, that's where it is. I'm probably going to take the path over there, and it will let me to this area even faster than the route I took. No matter though, we'll take care of 2 gorges in 1 episode. That is something I never thought I would do. I totally forgot. We can't do this yet. Dang it. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that alone for some time. If the weapon that we need to get through that won't be available to us for a good while. I guess that's the game side of making me go to Castle Town for good now. It knows I've been putting it off for way too long, and it's finally telling me to get a move on with the storyline. Alright, game. You win. I'll heed your word. We'll finally make tracks for Castle Town. Hell yeah, that's a lot of rupees I blew for that boulder. Now that is a cash out. And of course, we can't leave our friendly hero's Shade just standing there alone. He's probably just impatient with us getting over to this place because he's been there for a while. I think I may have spent a good week or like maybe somewhere around 8 to 10 days in game time at that fishing hole alone. So that's why I think that the hero's Shade might be a little impatient with our inevitable arrival finally happening. We meet again. It appears your efforts have begun to return some vigor to Hyrule, but it is far too early to relax. Do you feel ready to earn another hidden skill to steel yourself for the forthcoming battles against more powerful foes? Very well. But before we begin, I must test you to ensure that you have mastered the last skill I taught you, the shield attack. Now then, come at me! Like before, gotta prove that we have mastered the last skill we got. Excellent. It appears you are certainly capable of performing my lost art. Very well. My third hidden skill is the back slice. Let it be honed into your mind. A mere shield attack is no match for an enemy protected not just by a shield, but by a thick, full-body coat of armor. Such enemies are often focused on guarding against frequent frontal attacks. They often leave their rear unprotected. That is when you Z-target and press A while tilting the stick to jump and roll around your foe, then perform a jumping slice. This is the back slice. Now, try it. This, I find to be one of the more useful hidden techniques we can find in the game. Trust me, we'll be relying on this for a fair amount going forward. You carry yourself well, but do not forget the proper timing for swinging your sword while you jump. The third hidden skill, the back slice, has been passed on. That is gonna be most certainly handy now that we have that in our arsenal. Circle around heavily armored foes to strike their unguarded rears. There are still 4 hidden skills for you to learn. Do not neglect your daily sword training between now and the time you come to learn the next skill. May we meet again. I was wondering when that was gonna come up on the list of hidden skills that we can't get from the hero's shade. I'm kinda surprised it was number 3. I thought it would come a little later on the list. But I ain't complaining. I'm more than happy that we got that in our moveset now. And with a final sword twirl by Link, I think that's gonna end up today's episode. We finally made it to Hyrule Castletown after delaying our inevitable arrival here for way too long. We got sidetracked a lot in the last few episodes. We're finally going to go to Telma's bar and meet up with Ilya to see what the situation is concerning the Prince of the Zoras. Until we meet again, farewell for now.